Very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the current affairs classes. I hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to cover 25th to 26th November news analysis, and at the end, as we do, top 5 questions or the shorts will be taken up, right? So let's begin with the first news. In ESI Finance and Business category, we have Union Minister for Women and Child Development launching a national campaign. What is this national campaign? The national campaign is Bal Vivah Mukt Bharat. In New Delhi, it has been launched. Bal Vivah Mukt Bharat. That clearly states that we want to eliminate the instances of child marriage in the country, right? So this is a national level campaign launched to eliminate child marriage and make India a child marriage free nation. And for this, they have also unveiled a Child Marriage Free Bharat portal, where it will be used to raise awareness regarding child marriages, also reporting such incidents of child marriage. You see, reporting incidents makes people insecure of any fatality or anything, insecurity of their existence and lives, threat to life, etc. So if you are able to report an incident digitally where you don't have to disclose your identity, that would actually going to benefit in reporting of such cases and eliminating child marriage, which is a very big concern for certain states, particularly Rajasthan, right? So this is the thing. Next we have the MMT. Make My Trip. Make My Trip basically has introduced a multi-currency payment option on its platform. Multi-currency payment option means it will be used by Indian diaspora as well as the foreign tourists. Indian diaspora, what is Indian diaspora? Indian diaspora means all the non-resident Indians, say OCI, etc. Right? So everyone residing outside India, the Indian community residing outside India is Indian diaspora, whatever category we classify them into. So Make My Trip has introduced this facility of multi-currency payment options, and this was going to increase its sales, and it is available, remember, in 18 foreign currencies. You can use this platform now to book flights, hotels in 18 range of currencies, right? So this is quite impressive. Then next we have is the National Financial Reporting Authority, NFRA. National Financial Reporting Authority, it has finalized and decided to recommend to the central government the auditing standards, okay, that will be applicable to LLPs. Now what does this NFRA do? National Financial Reporting Authority, if you see, is the premier body which overlooks the standards of auditing, etc. Financial reporting mechanism, accounting, auditing, all these are enforced by NFRA, right? So it is going to submit certain standards of auditing to the central government for LLPs, limited liability partnerships. Limited liability partnerships are kind of companies or partnerships where you have limited liability. So asset may you have equal share, but then when it comes to liability, you will be liable only up to the extent you have put up your capital, for example, or you have initially invested into it. So it is a combination of a partnership and a company as well. This is LLP, right? So they are going to be there and will be effective from April 2026. Remember that. All right. The next news which we have is SEBI raising, your Small Industries Development Bank of India, SEBI has raised 4,918 crore rupees through its 3.5-year bonds with a coupon rate of 7.51%. Okay. Remember this. Meanwhile, your Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency has also successfully raised 2,000 crores through a 7-year bond with a coupon rate of 7.37%. So SEBI, you can remember for the SEBI examination, this fact, how much they have raised and what was the coupon rate. So remember 7.51. Nothing more is more important here. Next, we have government has announced that it has collected goods and services tax on healthcare and insurance. The collection of GST on healthcare and life insurance, it has surged by 680%. 680% is quite substantial, it is, right? 680%, remember. So GST collection are significantly rising for the union government. 680% it has jumped to 16,398 crore rupees in 23-24 from 2,101 crores only. So remember 680% ka hike is there. That's why this figure is important. And how much is the standard rate on, say, healthcare insurance and life insurance? If you can tell me, it is 18%, right? The proposal is to revise it, but in the last GST Council meeting which was held, it was proposed to revise this downwards from 18% to reduce this. But then let's see, it has not been disclosed yet or decided yet, okay? The proposal is there. Then we have S&P Global has cut down its growth forecast for India to 6.7% from the earlier 6.9%. Okay, just remember this. What has been the reason? Higher interest rates and lower fiscal impulse. They are tempering the urban demand. This is the thing they have highlighted, the S&P Global, reducing India's growth forecast to 6.7%. What is this reason? You see, interest rates, they are determinant. Interest rate is what? Interest rate is the cost of borrowing, also the return which you get on your investment, right? So return which you get on your capital as a factor income, and then also is a cost when you are borrowing from someone, from an institution. Now the thing is, if your rate of interest increases, investment activity gets hurt in the economy. How? If rate of interest are rising, so cost of borrowing increases, borrowing activity, they tend to get affected, and that's how you see capital formation or the process of investment also gets affected. This is the first thing. So if there is no investment, there will be impact on the production activity, economic activities. Second thing, they are saying that lower fiscal impulse. Government, fiscal stimulus or impulse is what? When government tries to push the economy's aggregate demand level by putting in its own demand or expenditure on investment or consumption items, right? So this is, both the things are legging down, which is pulling down the urban demand from the previous levels, and this has been highlighted. So this was the thing. Then regulatory bodies may, we have RBI, according to a RBI report, it says that the internationalization of UPI payments is progressing rapidly. Just remember, recent RBI report has highlighted this fact that internationalization of UPI is progressing very rapidly, and you see any news regarding UPI is very, very important, right? In October 2024, we have covered this thing earlier as well. UPI hit a milestone of 16.6 billion transactions. Remember this figure, okay? It has been covered previously also. UPI made a history by crossing this figure, 16.6 billion transactions. So the entire scenario is improving, and if you see, around 40% of rural population and 78% of 20-30 years age group in the overall population, they use internet in India. So internet penetration improvement is also helping in this, because for UPI transaction you need internet, right? So domestic level maybe, and when you have a strengthening of UPI based transactions in domestic level, it is also strengthening with the international. 7 countries, if you remember, and they have asked this question, 7 countries, with 7 countries we have integrated UPI with. I would be waiting for your answers. If you can tell me name of all those 7 countries, tell me which all are the 7 countries with whom we have integrated UPI, right? So this is the thing. Then next, there is Microfinance Industry Network, MFIN. Microfinance Industry Network, it basically tries to monitor and ensure microfinance. So this network, it has prescribed some strict norms for what? For reducing the number of micro lenders per client from existing 4 to 3. Remember this is important. It wants micro lenders per customer to be reduced from present 4 to 3. Remember, 4 to 3. It wants to reduce it to 3. Why? It is making this stricter to make microfinance more possible, more prudent process, right? So that the microfinance channel does not become a route of rising NPA and retail loan delinquencies. This is the thing. They will be in effect from 1st January 2025, and also it will provide sufficient time for regulated entities to implement these changes. Also, it will help them in protecting their balance sheets, right? It has mentioned that the total, apart from this 4 to 3 number, remember, the total indebtedness or outstanding loan amount of a microfinance client whosoever wants to avail this microfinance, that client ka indebtedness, it has been capped at 2 lakh. Okay, it should not be more than 2 lakh, including both microfinance loans, and if there is any unsecured retail loan you have borrowed, only then you will be able to avail microfinance. So it should not be more than 2 lakh, including the unsecured retail loans. And what all other are the new norms? According to the existing norm, MFIs, they cannot lend to non-performing asset borrowers who has taken a loan over 3,000 of rupees 3,000 and not repaid dues over 90 days. So you cannot lend as a microfinance institution, you cannot lend to the non-performing asset borrower, NPA borrower, who has already been registered, whose loan has already been registered as an NPA, who has taken a loan of over how many rupees? 3,000, remember, and has not repaid the dues over 90 days. So this is the thing, remember that. Also, MFIN has now further tightened this guideline, saying borrowers whose repayments are overdue for over 60 days will not be extended a fresh loan. So this existing 90 days has been made more stricter. If you are not repaying your dues, say more than 60 days, you will not be eligible for any fresh loan in that case. So please remember these things. The number of microfinance lenders per client reducing 4 to 3. This new provision of 60 days if you do not pay it. Okay, this is very, very important. Please remember them. Then also the loan interest rates, they must be closely reviewed by the board of members. Okay, this is the thing. Then with a validated voter ID, voter ID will continue to be the primary identity document, but the sector has set an ambitious target to seed permanent account numbers for 50% of borrower accounts by 2025. So they say that, okay, voter ID continues to be a prominent source of identity verification, but still we have a target that all these microfinance borrowers, they should have 50% at least of them should be accorded with a PAN number or permanent account number, right? By 2025, this is the target. So this was all about microfinance. We have discussed in detail. Please remember all these facts I have told you, right? Then moving on to the banking news. In banking, you have Muthoot Microfin, which is a Kochi-based microfinance. It has started loan disbursal under its co-lending partnership with the State Bank of India. So remember, Muthoot Microfin has a partnership for co-lending with which bank? With the State Bank of India. So it has started co-lending with SBI. This much only is important, right? Then we have Canara HSBC Life Insurance. Canara HSBC Life Insurance, it has launched Omni Gen AI. Omni Gen AI on the Amazon Web Series, bedrock of Amazon Web Series. Okay, what is this? This tool basically aims to optimize risk evaluation, also enhance operational efficiency within the insurance sector. So this Omni Gen AI will be used in the insurance sector in your risk assessment processes, making it more transparent, more efficient, right? Making it more efficient and transparent so that risk can be properly assessed, and then the number of claims, fraudulent claims, they can be identified and can be reduced. So this is going to help the insurance industries, or overall in broader terminologies, you can say it is going to help the or advance the underwriting process in the insurance. What is this underwriting process? Underwriting process is where you try to assess the risk of any insurance which you are providing, risk of claim, how many frequent claims can be raised in this, right, etc. So this is the underwriting process. Then you have national and state news. First, in the national news, we have central government approving 1,115 crore rupees for disaster mitigation and capacity building for 15 states. You need not remember these figures. Not important. Then next we have Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. And remember, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs is chaired by Prime Minister, not Finance Minister, okay? Number of times I have asked students and they believe that since this is Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, it might be chaired by Finance Minister, but no. Remember, it is chaired by Prime Minister. So Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs chaired by PM, it has given approval for PEN 2.0. This is important, remember, PEN 2.0, which is second version or second project of phase of the permanent account number of the income tax department. Now, what is this? This PEN 2.0, they want to ease out this process. Easy application and availability of the PAN account number, easy access to PAN account number, etc. These kind of services, right? So ease of access and speedy service delivery, single source of data consistency, eco-friendly process, so digitizing it, also securing and optimizing the process. This is the purpose. Like it will be having certain QR codes. Okay, one peculiar feature, if you try to understand with an example what kind of revolution is going to have in the PAN system which we presently have, the permanent account number. So PAN 2.0 may the PAN cards will be coming up with QR codes which will be readily used to verify the identity, okay, in fraction of seconds. So this is the thing. QR codes on PAN card. So this PAN 2.0 ecosystem is to be there. Cabinet Committee has given its approval. New technology based process will be launched. Then we have center approving construction of 76 roads in Andhra Pradesh under PM Janman Yojana. So you can remember 76, this much only is important. How many 76 roads in Andhra Pradesh? They have approved for improving connectivity and development in the state. Then we have Union Cabinet approving the continuation of Atal Innovation Mission. So this really becomes important. Please mark my words. Remember this duration, because any scheme, it has been eliminated or say rolled out or implemented, or its tenure has ended or say extended, in all these cases, the duration of the scheme or the mission really becomes important, right? And we have seen recently they are asking these kind of questions. So if you see what will be the duration now. So Atal Innovation Mission of Niti Aayog, Atal Innovation Mission aims to create innovative ecosystem in the country, okay, under which you see Atal tinkering labs have also been established, developing the motor skills or innovation skills in these students, also making them familiar with the innovation and say technology, present day technology techniques, etc. So for that you have Atal tinkering labs where they are where they get to interact with the practical things and equipments and scenario. So Atal tinkering labs are spearheading this mission of innovative ecosystem. This Atal Innovation Mission implemented by Niti Aayog is getting extension. So that's why this becomes important. It will be valid up to 31st March 2028. Remember this. So this date is important. You can write it down separately. What will be the date up to which Atal Innovation will be valid up to 31st March 2028. Remember this, okay? I hope this is clear. And one more important fact which we can have here is when we are talking about innovation. So what is India's rank in 2024 Global Innovation Index, right? 2024 Global Innovation Index mein India's rank is 39. Remember that. India's rank is 39 in Global Innovation Index 2024. India's rank is 39, remember, and we have world's third largest startup ecosystem. This was asked in IRDAI AM Phase 1 examination, right? In a startup ecosystem, what is India's rank? So it is third largest startup ecosystem and 39 in Global Innovation Index, okay? So Atal 2.0 will be there in phased manner. It will be launched. Now remember three things here. Atal 2.0 or Atal Innovation Mission 2.0 is going to focus on these three aspects. Increasing input. Increasing input means bringing in more innovators, more entrepreneurs for this overall mission, right? First thing. Second, improving success rate of throughput. What is this throughput? Throughput in any operational terminologies, throughput means the efficiency of the output, or say, let me give you an example. Suppose on a network, communication network, how many messages can be delivered at one point of time? So this is efficiency, right? This is throughput. So this is how throughput they want to improve, improving the efficiency and helping more startups succeed. Then improving the quality of the output as well, producing better jobs, producing better products via this Atal Innovation Mission. So remember these three aspects or pillars of Atal Innovation Mission 2.0, increasing input, improving throughput, and also improving the quality of output. Then we have Union Education Minister unveiling the Teacher app in New Delhi. It will be revolutionizing education in India and equipping educators with future-ready skills. Say 21st century classrooms ki when we talk about the 21st century classrooms, digital classrooms. So it's going to equip teachers, train them to implement all these things. Okay. So Teacher app has been launched. Remember this Teacher app. Then next we have Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs again, improving 3 projects of Ministry of Railways. So 3 projects of Ministry of Railways have also been approved by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. So these are, say, 160 kilometer long Manmad-Jalgaon railway line, then you have Bhusawal-Khandwa railway line, and then you have 84 kilometer Prayagraj-Manikpur railway line. Okay, these 3 have been approved. Moving on to next news. Then we have Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approving construction of, remember, HEO hydroelectric project. HEO hydroelectric project in Shiomi district of Arunachal Pradesh. So where will it be located? This HEO hydroelectric project is to be set up in Shiomi district of Arunachal Pradesh state, and it is going to be completed by 50 months. Now what will it do? It is going to be there with an installed capacity of 240 megawatts. 240 megawatts, and would be producing 1,000 million units of energy. So it is going to enhance the energy generation and installation capacity of the state substantially. It will help improve power supply in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Also will help in supplying power and balancing the national grid, not only restricted to the state of Arunachal. So remember this thing, and this project will be implemented through a joint venture company. So the joint venture also becomes very, very important. Between whom? Between the Northeastern Electric Power Corporation Limited and the government of Arunachal Pradesh. So remember, it is a joint venture. HEO hydroelectric project is a joint venture between your Northeastern Electric Power Corporation Limited and Arunachal State Government. Then next we have Union Cabinet approving National Mission on Natural Farming. Remember, National Mission on Natural Farming. This is very, very important for NABARD students as well. Natural farming, it is centrally sponsored. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare is the nodal ministry. What is the aim? To revive the natural farming for chemical free, substances free farming. What is natural farming? Where you try to eliminate the use of, say, chemicals like pesticides, insecticides in the entire process of producing the crops, right? So natural farming revival is the aim of this mission, where 1 crore farmers will be covered under this, and they will be trying to promote nature-based sustainable systems of farming. Okay, and is going to create a national brand as well, a national brand to promote naturally grown chemical free produce. Like you have the Bharat brand. India has launched the Bharat brand, you must be knowing, where the grains, food grains are provided at lesser rate than the market rate. So it is increasing the affordability, right? Similarly, to promote the naturally farmed produce and food crops, they aim to create a single brand from India, which will be spearheading this mission. So please remember this, and it will be implemented through Gram Panchayats, right? 15,000 clusters in Gram Panchayats. Next, we also have Union Cabinet approving One Nation, One Subscription scheme. One Nation, One Subscription. Now this subscription is not of the OTT platforms, okay? So do not be very cheery on this. This subscription is basically talking about the countrywide access to scholarly articles or research articles. Like you have to subscribe to a lot of journals, etc. if you are trying to read some scholarly journals or articles, right? Now this is going to eliminate the requirement of separate subscriptions. You will have one subscription for all such reading uh, accesses on all these journals and platforms, right? So this is the thing, and it will be user friendly, digital process. It will help researchers and higher education pursuing students, etc. a lot, okay? And the duration up to which it will be applicable, this subscription will be applicable, remember, will be 25, 26 and 27. So up to 27 you will have this applicable. Remember that, okay? 25, 26, 27. And the Department of Higher Education will be having this unified portal, One Nation, One subscription, through which the institutions, educational institutions, they will get access to all these journals. So it will enable a lot of, accessibility to good quality material. That is quite revolutionizing step, right? Great step. And this is in line with the overall goal of Viksit Bharat at the rate 2047, the National Education Policy and the Anusandhan National Research Foundation ka aim. What is the aim of National Research Foundation or Anusandhan National Research Foundation? To promote the ecosystem of research and development in the country, right? So this is the thing. Then next we have the Amara Raja Infra has successfully completed setting up, remember, India's first green hydrogen fueling station in Leh, Ladakh for NTPC. Now this news cannot be remembered in separation. If you remember yesterday's CA class, I also gave you this question in the CA shorts. Which is the first place in the country to deploy green hydrogen based buses for public transport? The correct answer was Ladakh. So for that you also need a fueling station, isn't it? Green hydrogen fueling station, and that is established in Leh, Ladakh. And who is providing this? Remember this name, Amara Raja Infrastructure, okay, or Amara Raja Infra has completed the setting up of the green hydrogen fuel station, and it is designed to produce 80 kg of hydrogen daily. 80 kg. And if you remember the capacity of these buses, which we have discussed yesterday, 25 kg of green hydrogen, they will be able to cover 300 kilometers with that, okay? This is very significant. Please remember these two news. Then we have IIFCL. IIFCL, the India Infrastructure Finance Company Limited. It has requested the central government for what? For bringing the space sector under harmonized list of infrastructure. Harmonized list of infrastructure. What does that mean and what is this list? Why they are requesting the government to include space sector in the harmonized list of infrastructure? See, this list, harmonized list of infrastructure, is a mechanism via which government categorizes all these infrastructure or say important sectors of the country. Now, categorization of this helps them access easy financing, access easy loans, say concessional loans, etc. So a lot of facilities are provided to such sectors classified under harmonized list of infrastructure. So IIFCL, if you see, has requested to include a space sector because that will enable more easy financing for the space sector to grow. This is the entire thing, okay? And what does this IIFCL do? IIFCL is providing advisory services to ISRO. Okay. Then moving to the state news. So Assam is ready to host a 2-day business summit in February 2025 to attract investment and develop state's infrastructure. It will be there, the Global Infrastructure Investors Summit, remember, on February 24 in 2025. Then we have Andhra Pradesh government deciding to abolish garbage collection tax in the state. Now, the citizens will be relieved and contractors will also get benefit. So what used to be in the state is that the garbage collection pay, you had to pay certain taxes, but that has been abolished, right? You need not remember these kind of information. Then we have Delhi government now will now accept 80,000 more applications for its old age pension scheme. So what is this old age pension scheme of the Delhi government, where the beneficiaries aged between 60 to 69 years are there? They, one category of the beneficiaries 60 to 69 years of age, they will be receiving 2,000 rupees monthly pension. Beneficiaries aged 70 years and above, they receive 2,500 monthly pension. And beneficiaries from SCs, STs and minority communities, they receive an additional amount of 500 as pension. So if you are a candidate from SC, ST or any other minority community, you get these according to the age group, 2,000 or 2,500, depending on which age group do you belong to, plus you get additional 500 monthly. Okay, this is the thing of Delhi government's old age pension scheme. Then moving on to MOUs in merger. So India has signed a final act of Riyadh Design Law Treaty. Remember this thing, this can be important. Riyadh Design Law Treaty, India has signed. What is this? This is a step towards intellectual property. Okay, now this is going to synchronize the industrial designs. Okay, industrial design, it is going to protect the process of industrial design protection, and also improve the efficiency of registration processes of the industrial designs across multiple jurisdictions, also reducing administrative burdens to promote global creativity. Industrial designs, they are also a kind of IPR, right? Intellectual property right. Intellectual property rights may you have different categories, like you have patents, industrial designs, right, which are intellectual property. Might not be a physical asset, but then it is your creativity, your own property. So protecting industrial designs and registering them for innovation, creativity, it had a problem of different jurisdictions across boundaries. Now with this treaty, India signing this Riyadh Design Treaty will ease out this process, and we will not have administrative or jurisdiction based barriers for industrial design registering. I hope this is clear. So remember this. Then next we have IIT Hyderabad in collaboration with the Nikon India has opened its first Center of Excellence, where Center of Excellence at Indian Institute of Technology Hyderabad. So IIT mein they have established this, and it will be offering advanced imaging technologies to trainees, scholars, etc. Imaging technologies, they have a lot of application, right? So micro imaging, etc. mein they will be working towards. This much is sufficient. Then we have National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratory, NABL, which is a constituent board of QCI, Quality Council of India. It oversees approves the laboratory, the accreditation and testing laboratories under Quality Council of India. It has signed an MOU with whom? With the Confederation of Real Estate Developer Association. So CrackGradeB ke saath it has signed an MOU. Now what does this confederation does? It promotes the real estate financing and development, right? So it via this it will be recognizing temporary site testing laboratories for civil engineering projects. It will enable the CrackGradeB to access labs for civil engineering projects. I hope this is clear. Then we have Department of Promotion of Industry Internal Trade, DPIIT. It has signed an MOU with Winzo. Winzo is India's largest gaming platform, social gaming and interactive entertainment platform. Remember, so DPIIT has signed an MOU with Winzo. It will be providing an ecosystem to a lot of startups, almost more than 2,000 startups, innovators, students, providing them mentorship, then industry insights and access to domestic as well as global opportunities to make India a global leader in gaming market or entertainment market as well. So this is the thing, remember DPIIT and Winzo's MOU. Then we have the DRDO Industry Academia Center of Excellence at IIT Delhi. DRDO Industry Academia Center of Excellence at IIT Delhi. It has demonstrated quantum communication technologies. So these development in quantum communications technologies demonstrated by this collaboration of industry, academia and DRDO, it is going to make defense communication more secure. Quantum technology has a lot of application, you all know, right? Quantum studies, or the study of these, the quantum technology is having a wide range of application. One such is in defense sector. So this is going to make more secured defense communication. This much is important and relevant. Okay. Next thing which we have is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICAI. It has signed an MOU with the CBSE. CBSE for what? For promoting commerce-based skill courses for students. So ICAI will be promoting commerce-based skill courses so that these students, they get a handover practical skills of commerce related subjects like accounting, finance, business studies, etc. All right. Then we have the Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement. It has been in news. It has a potential to boost 99.6% of Indian exports with the market access to European Free Trade Association countries and drive $100 billion investment. So the news says that the TEPA, the Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement, it has a potential of boosting Indian exports by 99.6%. But then why India did not sign the EFTA? Okay. So first of all, what are these EFTA countries? The European Union, European Free Trade Association countries. This is a free trade agreement between the European Union countries of Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, and you have the Liechtenstein, right? So these countries, they have signed this EFTA. Remember the names. These are very, very important. Okay. 4 names are there: Switzerland, Iceland, then Norway, and then Liechtenstein. Now, EFTA basically promotes free movement of goods and services. Wherever you talk about this free trade agreement, the aim of free trade agreement is to eliminate the restriction of boundaries on the movement of goods and services, right? Say, making them freely available into your market, or at a very nominal tax or custom duty, right? But why did India not join EFTA, for example? And also, if you remember, India did not sign the RCEP, the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership with the Southeast Asian countries. The reason is, it is a good idea that this much boost will be provided to your exports, but then, opening up entirely to these markets, which are very advanced in their production, also they have very high level of value addition process and technology, can actually hinder the progress of your domestic producers within the economy. Are you getting my point? Why did India not sign RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement? RCEP के बारे में पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने, right? India did not sign this because the countries with which the RCEP was in question, say New Zealand, Australia, China, if you look at their food processing, levels of food processing, 98% of processed foods. They can process milk up to 98%, food items 98%, 96%. And if you compare India's average, that was in some fields, the food processing was half of it, right? So if you let these products enter into India's market at a cheaper rate, yeah, or our own market would be captured entirely, isn't it? So that's why these decisions are to be taken very scientifically and after a good amount of deliberation and with a good caution. So remember this thing. But then we are not debating on that. Just remember EFTA countries: Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, and Liechtenstein. Then moving on to science and tech news, you have Fugato. Remember this name, Fugato, the foundational generative audio transformer Opus 1. It is a new AI model unveiled by NVIDIA. Okay. This is a new AI model who has unveiled this. It has been unveiled by NVIDIA. Now what can it do? So remember the full form as well of Fugato. It is Foundational Generative Audio Transformer Opus. It can modify the voices and generate novel sounds. So these novel sound generation will be helpful for music industry, right? It will be helpful for filmmakers, video games, filmmakers, musicians, music industry, filmmaking industry, etc. Then we have an international team of astronomers. They have found a giant radio galaxy. Now this is going to be important. A giant radio galaxy has been found with the help of Meerkat radio telescope. So first of all, remember the name of this, Meerkat radio telescope. Where is this located? It is located in South Africa's North Cape Canaveral, right? So it is in South Africa basically. Now this Meerkat radio telescope, it has found a giant radio galaxy. Okay. So what is this radio galaxy? Like we have our own galaxy, the Milky Way. These radio galaxies, they are galaxies which emit a lot of radio waves. Okay. Lot of radio waves they emit. And what are the application of radio waves? You know, they are used in communication, etc. So these are particular galaxies which emit a lot of radio waves, which is far beyond their visible structures. Okay. So this has been unveiled by Meerkat telescope, which is located in South Africa. So Meerkat radio interferometer is located in South Africa. Remember this thing, this is important fact. Then we have defense news. So in defense, Military College of Telecommunications Engineering on behalf of Indian Army and the Center for Development of the CDAC, Advanced Computing, CDAC, MAITI, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, they have signed an MOU to establish a center of excellence at MOU. MOU is the cantonment area, military cantonment area, very important cantonment area, you must be knowing, right? So at MOU, they will be establishing a center of excellence, collaborated between Indian Army's Military College of Telecommunication and Engineering, then CDAC and MAITI, okay, where they will be researching, they will be developing R&D for cutting edge technologies for military applications. Then moving on to indices and rankings, we have, according to a report by IT industry by the National Association of Software and Services Companies, India is emerging as a key player in global generative AI. Okay, so in global generative AI, India is emerging as a key player. That is quite congratulatory for India. And what is the position? The position is 6. So India has been ranked 6th behind US. That means US is 5. So which are the top 4 countries? The top 4 countries are UK, Japan, Israel and European Union. Remember, top 4 countries, top 5 countries are UK, Japan, Israel and EU and US. And India has a 6th rank in generative AI. 6th rank. India is performing quite well. Okay, just remember these top 6 countries: US, UK, okay, so US is first. All right, we have US, UK, Japan, Israel and EU, and then we have India. All right, then according to Boston Consulting Group report, India is among top 10 countries in artificial intelligence readiness. If you see India's rank in AI readiness, it is among top 10 countries, which holds a lot of potential for public sector transformation through AI. Okay, and according to this, India ranks 2nd globally. Remember this rank. 2nd rank globally in AI specialists and 3rd in research publications. So in terms of having AI specialists, rank of India is 2nd. And in terms of AI based research publications, India's rank is 3rd. Remember these 2 ranks. And generative AI mein India's rank is 6th. Then we have Times Higher Education, November 2022 ka, it has released the new interdisciplinary science rankings. in which India has emerged as the most represented country in different slabs. Indian institutions, they have been represented in a lot of slabs and categories, but then if you see, the top rank has been clinched by USA. The top rank under this has been clinched by USA. Remember that. USA has dominated the top ranks. So you have Massachusetts Institute of Technology becoming the first, then second is Stanford, and then third is National University of Singapore. Okay, so these are the top 3 institutions. India has been represented well in different categories. So say 42 rank Anna University from India, 65th the VIT, SRM 84th, University of Delhi 98th, MET 101, etc. Then we have, according to some reports, tiger population in India has increased as per All India Tiger Estimation 2022. Okay, with an estimated number of 3,682 as compared to the previous 2,967. So this figure, remember, 3,682. Tiger population has increased with a 6% rate per annum. Then we have youth unemployment rates in India. They are lower than the global levels. Okay, they are lower than the global levels. So remember, youth unemployment rate in India are lower than the global levels because of sustained efforts from the government side. If you remember, we have discussed the PLFS survey, right? Periodic Labor Force Survey. So in this periodic labor force survey, we have discussed unemployment rates, they have declined both for the male and female, urban, rural. And if you look at the labor force participation, it has increased, right? Labor force participation rate, workforce participation rate for both male and female. So remember this thing. The Indian Employment Report 2024, which is jointly released by Institute for Human Development and International Labour Organization, ILO. Remember, who publishes this? Jointly published by Institute for Human Development and International Labour Organization. Is, according to this report, the worldwide youth unemployment rate was 15.6% in 2021. Okay. And the latest PLFS survey says that the youth unemployment rate in India, 15 to 29 years, is 10.2 only, which is quite below the global average, right? Global unemployment rate for youth is 15.6%. So remember these two figures at least, they are important. And India may only have 10.2 according to the recent PLFS. PLFS we have discussed in much detail earlier in previous classes as well. So in content, please go through the PLFS data very religiously. Okay, this was the thing. Then also you must be remembering the KLEMS data published by RBI. What does KLEMS stands for? So KLEMS stands for Capital, Labor, Energy, Material and Services. Then we have the Union Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. It has released annual publication of basic animal husbandry statistics. So basic animal husbandry statistics 2024 have been released, okay, or have been published for 1st March 23 से 29 February 2024 के period के लिए. So according to it, what is the production? You need not remember all of this figure, just remember total milk production in the country is 239.30 million tons, and top 5 milk producing states. This can be very, very important. So top 5 milk producing states, may you have UP leading this race, right? So UP, Uttar Pradesh is the leader in milk production, followed by Rajasthan, then MP, then Gujarat and then Maharashtra. So remember UP. So top 5 milk producing states mein you have UP, followed by Rajasthan, MP, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Then if you see egg production mein, so egg production of the country is almost 142.77 billion, and the major contribution is coming from Andhra Pradesh. So leading producer of egg, Andhra Pradesh. Then meat production mein 10.25 million tons, and major contribution is coming from West Bengal. Wool production is 33.69 million kgs. And if you see major wool producing state, okay, wool production is coming from Rajasthan, okay, also followed by Jammu and Kashmir. So this is quite a different figure. Jammu and Kashmir is second, Rajasthan is first in wool production. So remember, Rajasthan is leading in wool production, followed by Jammu Kashmir and Gujarat, and then Himachal. World scenario mein, if you see what is India's rank, so India is leading in milk production. Milk production mein India's rank is 1, and then second in egg production. So these two ranks remember at least. Milk production mein India is the leader globally. Egg production mein our rank is 2. Please remember these both these ranks. Then we have next the counterpoint research. According to counterpoint research, India is expected to become world's largest 5G fixed wireless access market by 2027. So it said that India is expected to become world's largest wireless access 5G access country by 2027. Then moving on towards books, awards, festivals category. Books mein you have one book in news. Unleashed, okay, Unleashed. So Unleashed is basically a memoir written by Boris Johnson, okay, who was the Prime Minister of UK, you know, up to 2022. So this has been published by HarperCollins. Remember the name Unleashed. In sports, we have 8-year-old Divit Reddy. Remember this name. Divit Reddy has won gold medal. Divit Reddy has won gold medal at the under-8 World Cadets Chess Championship in Italy. Okay. And Divit has secured gold. Then Satvik has claimed silver. Then next we have Syed Modi India International 2024, the badminton tournament. Syed Modi India International 2024. It is going to be there in the badminton courts of Babu Banarsi Das indoor stadium in Lucknow. Okay. So at the indoor stadium at Lucknow, UP is going to be held. Now, one important fact, remember which edition is going to be. It is going to be 13th edition of this badminton tournament. The next important fact which we have is that Vaibhav Suryavanshi, 13-year-old, Vaibhav Suryavanshi has become the youngest player in history to contract an IPL 2025, to get a contract for IPL 2025. So remember this name. Vaibhav Suryavanshi has become the youngest player to get a contract for IPL 2025 for Rajasthan Royals. Remember. Okay. Also remember, he is the youngest batsman to score international century, and his 58-ball century was fastest by Indian in youth test. Earlier this year, Vaibhav also made headlines when he made his debut in Ranji Trophy Bihar at just 12, making him again youngest player in India's first-class tournament. So remember this personality. Then we have Jannik Sinner, Italian tennis player, has completed a sensational year by leading Italy to a successful defense of the Davis Cup 2024. Okay, and this victory is over Netherlands. So Jannik Sinner had made Italy succeed this Davis Cup over Netherlands, remember. Then India started their campaign in Border Gavaskar Trophy with a stunning 295-run win over Australia in the Optus Stadium, Perth, Australia, right? So India has beaten Australia in this by 295 runs, remember, creating breaking the 47-year-old record. Where it was held, Optus Stadium, Perth, Australia. Then appointments we have Yamando Orsi of the Broad Front Alliance has emerged victorious and as the next president of Uruguay. Okay. So what is capital of Uruguay? It is Montevideo. And what is the currency? It is Peso Uruguay. Okay. Then next we have is G. Balasubramaniam, the present High Commissioner of India to Federal Republic of Nigeria, has been appointed as next High Commissioner of India to Republic of Maldives. So please remember this appointment is important. G. Balasubramanian, IFH, Indian Foreign Service Officer batch from 1998 batch officer, has been appointed High Commissioner of India to Republic of Maldives. Remember that. Then we have Dinesh Bhatia, IFS 1992 batch. Presently ambassador to the Republic of Argentina, has been appointed as next ambassador of India to Federative Republic of Brazil. So Brazil next High Commissioner will be Dinesh Bhatia, and Maldives next High Commissioner will be G. Balasubramanian. Remember these two appointments. Then talking about conferences may you have 13th UN Global Geospatial Information Management Asia Pacific Conference, hosted by India from 26th to 29th November, where in New Delhi only. Okay, and it was hosted by Survey of India, the oldest public department. Okay, Survey of India, if you see, which is National Mapping Agency under the Department of Science and Tech. So this was for innovative ideas in geospatial management, information management. Okay, adopting global best practices in geospatial information management, etc. Then we have GI and Beyond Summit 2024. So the Office of Development Commissioner of Handlooms under our Ministry of Textiles, in coordination with Handloom Export Promotion Council, it has organized one-day event themed as or titled as GI and Beyond 2024 on 25th November in New Delhi. What was the theme? Remember, the theme was Virasat se Vikas tak. Virasat se Vikas tak. Identifying and celebrating the importance and contribution of national handlooms industry and the GI tags, right? Then we have a conference on the potential of blue economy in Indian Ocean region. Whenever I have discussed with you the marine, fisheries, ports, etc. capacities, I have also highlighted always that there is growing demand of blue economy. Blue economy is the future industry, right? So fisheries, any technology news related to fisheries adoption, cargo capacity enhancement of India is going to add to blue economy. So you have a conference on the potential of blue economy in the Indian Ocean region, the Voyage Sri Lanka 2024. So what was it? It was the conference called Voyage Sri Lanka 2024. It was held in Colombo, organized by Sri Lanka's Export Development Board. It was held to bring in various experts and stakeholders for development of blue economy. So remember, blue economy contributes presently 4% to India's GDP, but this contribution can be enhanced. It has a lot of potential, immense potential to contribute to employment generation and GDP expansion for India. Remember that. Then moving on to obituaries. So we have senior BJP leader and 7-time MLA from Varanasi, Shyam Dev Rai Chaudhary, has died at the age of 85, and he was popularly known as Dada. Okay, and then we have Indian billionaire Shashikant Ruia, co-founder of the SR Group, has passed away at 80. Then a woman of substance author. Okay, just a second. Barbara Taylor Bradford, a British journalist who became a publishing sensation in her 40s with the saga Women of Substance, and wrote more than a dozen of other novels. So Barbara Taylor Bradford, is there in the news. Then we have important days. Important days may we have 25th Foundation Day of the CrackGradeB, Confederation of Real Estate Developers Association of India. 25th November ko it is observed, and this is 25th Foundation Day only, so easy to remember. CrackGradeB is an apex body working towards private real estate it is a body of private real estate developers of India, right? And present chairman is Manoj Gaur. You can remember this. Then on 25th November, we also observe the International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women. And what was the theme for 2024? Please remember, every 10 minutes a woman is killed. Hashtag no excuse. Unite to end violence against women. This is the broader theme of 2024 International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women. Then we have National Milk Day, celebrated on 26 November in India to honor the contributions of milk and dairy sector. It also marks the 103rd birth anniversary of Dr. Varghese Kurian, known as the father of White Revolution, right? Varghese Kurian, the father of White Revolution in India. the milk revolution or the white revolution. Varghese Kurian ka 103rd birth anniversary, it is celebrated 26 November. Then we have Constitution Day, so also known as the Samvidhan Divas or National Law Day, celebrated in India on 26 November 1949. If you remember the preamble, what it says that on this day, 26 November 1949, we hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution of India. So this was adopted on this date. That's why it is celebrated as 26 November, celebrated as Constitution Day. Person in news mein, we have Emma McKeon, Australia's most decorated Olympian, has announced her retirement from competitive swimming. So known for the swimming sport, Emma McKeon has announced retirement from the swimming sport. So this was the news analysis. We had a lot of news today from 25th to 26th November. I hope all of this is clear. We have discussed them all in very much depth. Now it's time for top 5 questions or the shorts from the news. I hope you will be answering them all. So this is the first question in the series. According to the microfinance industry recent strict norms which I have discussed with you, it has prescribed that the number of micro lenders per client should be reduced from existing how many to how much. Okay, so what is this? What is the correct option for this question? What is the revised guideline under this? How many microfinance lenders it has prescribed to reduce the number to for per client basically? Yes, anyone? Tell me. Any idea? So the correct answer, if you remember, is 4 to 3. It has suggested, it has asked to reduce the microfinance lenders per client from present 4 to 3. So B is the right option here. Next question. Which of the following is not an EFTA country? EFTA was also asked in IRDAI AM phase 1 examination. Which of the following is not one of the EFTA countries? Tell me. I have given you all the 4 names in the class of the EFTA countries. The correct option will be Denmark. E is the right answer. Denmark is not in the group. Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, Liechtenstein is there, right? Next question. According to a report by National Association of Software and Service Companies, what is India's rank in global generative AI ecosystem? So global Gen AI ecosystem mein, what is India's rank? Tell me. What is India's rank in global Gen AI? So the correct option will be 6th. If you remember in the class only I have discussed with you, 6th rank. Okay, 6th rank. Remember, 6th rank in global Gen AI, 2nd rank in AI number of AI specialists, and 3rd rank in AI research publications. Okay. Then next question, question number 4. As per the latest annual publication of Basic Animal Husbandry Statistics 2024 by Department of Animal Husbandry, which of the following state is the leading producer of milk in the country? According to the latest animal husbandry statistics, which of the following states is the leading milk producer? Leading milk producer in the country. The correct answer would be Uttar Pradesh. Remember, UP. UP is the leading milk producer in India. Then next, also remember India's rank in terms of milk production, 1 globally and 2nd in terms of egg production. Okay. Next question and the last question of these shorts. Which of the following player has become the youngest player to get a contract of IPL 2025? What is the correct answer? The correct answer would be Vaibhav Suryavanshi, if you remember. Okay, Vaibhav Suryavanshi has become the first youngest player to clinch a contract for IPL 2025. This was the top 5 questions or the shorts from today's class. I hope the class was useful for you. Every concept is clear, and please remember these kind of questions you should be focusing on, and this is the pattern which gives you an idea of what to read and what to save in which manner into your memory, right, for the examination, which pattern is more relevant and important. That's why we discuss these questions at the end of each class. I hope it was useful. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next session. Till then, have a great day. Thank you.